Since the last video on Hexerei Only, which was I think like 2 weeks ago now at this point, I have been doing quite a lot of farming on this account. Not necessarily for the most important things, I haven't really bothered farming boss drops, but I have farmed quite a few ley lines, so we do have a pretty decent amount of books and Mora is okay. I mean, I could use more, but it's not bad for the current level of the characters. So in today's video, I'm going to actually try to make a bit more progress on the account because damage is not damaging very much. And as we are now able to very easily ascend the world past AR35, I really want to sort out damage before we ascend the world. I think level 70 is the furthest I can go for now. So I would like to get everyone to level 70 today because that will, maybe not everyone, but that will mean that we are able to unlock the Hexerei buffs. However, to get everyone up to level 70, I'm going to need quite a few more boss drops as well as, I should have everything else I need. I will need to do a bit more farming of everything else, local specialties, maybe chunks, and obviously the enemy drops. We should be able to get at least Mona and Fischl up, maybe not Razor, and I am really putting off Prune because I went and fought this boss once and I died without even getting halfway through the HP. So let's see how long this takes to beat. Hopefully not super long, but it will probably take me a good 3+ minutes, probably closer to 5 minutes to get through it. I also should probably work on weapons and talents, which I can actually do some work on. So I might actually go level them up after I've finished this run, just so that it is easier to beat this boss and Oceanid and all the other bosses we've got to beat, which is Oceanid and then the stupid Dogcry one. You know what? It's not very quick, but I think it is going a bit quicker than when I last ran this. So, you know, it probably won't actually be that bad to beat this boss. I probably shouldn't have been putting off farming it for the last 2 weeks. I probably should have farmed it a few more times so I could do a bit more stuff in this video. Obviously, though, artifacts aren't helping us right now. But then again, we are only at world level 35 or AR35. So artifacts aren't really a big concern right now. I'm more focusing on just levels, talents, and weapons. And then once we hit AR45, god damn it, I'm stuck in here again, then I will do artifacts. And to be fair, I kind of do want to activate everyone's Hexerei buffs before farming artifacts. So what will probably end up happening is I'll just gradually work my way up to AR45. Then once we hit AR45, I can use all of the fragile resin I have, do a bunch of artifact runs, and hopefully all the characters are at least level 80 at that point, with level 80 weapons and maybe level 6 talents. So then I can just focus on artifacts for a good while. Okay, boss run down. That was a little bit longer than I wanted. Before we go fight that again, let me 1, heal up my Razor, and 2, level up weapons and talents a little bit. So we'll start with Fischl because I'm actually using her the most to fight against the boss because her physical attacks do more than Mona and Prune. So we'll start with her weapon. We can get that up to level 50. Cannot go to level 60, but we can craft those, so I will be able to. And we'll have a quick look at her talents. I believe her best stuff is skill and burst, but I don't have enough of the arrows to do a whole lot. So we'll get both of them up to level 3. And I can craft 6 of them, so I might be able to do a little bit more, but I will need to farm them anyway to get her ascended. So we can work that in a second. Prune, we cannot ascend your weapon. I need a lot more of these. And we can't do anything with your talents because you're only at level 40. Razor's weapon can be ascended. I don't know if this is the best for him, but I do know he does physical damage, so it should be decent. And once again, we need more of the enemy drops. And talent-wise, we can, I guess, do both the skill and burst, although I don't think his skill is super useful. But, I mean, we can only get to level 2 anyway because he's only level 50, so we might as well get them all up there. And then finally, Mona, we have your burst level 3. I'll get the skill to level 3, and then I'm going to need a few more of these, which I can also craft. Weapon-wise, though, you need more of these bloody things. So let me go quickly just craft whatever I've got, and then I'll go work on farming all the stuff I need, or once we finish with the boss runs. So we can get Mona's skill and burst both up to level 4, and Fischl's I'd say probably skill up to level 4 as well. And her weapon up to level 60. That chews through a lot of Almora, which is not great. But we can deal with that in the future. That is a future me issue. Right now, the characters are at least leveled up a little bit more, so hopefully beating this boss will be even quicker. To be fair, it was only a very minor upgrade, so I don't expect that much of a difference, but we'll see. To be fair, I should also probably have a really, really quick look at all the stupid things following me. Go away. Thank you. I should have a quick look at the artifacts just to make sure they're at least kind of decent, but I don't think I'll be able to make very many upgrades, so it's not really worth it. So there we go. There's a few leveled up pieces for those two. But yeah, that's probably all the artifact work I'm going to do until I hit AR 45. They're on slightly better pieces. The 4 stars are kind of leveled up. I may have a look at Trueno and Razor at some point, but as I said numerous times, Fischl and Mona are the only 2 characters I'm really using right now, so they can just get all of the effort put into them. And that is helping our damage quite a lot, actually. I do find it funny that Fischl's normal attacks are better than Razor's normal attacks, considering Razor is literally a physical DPS, but then he is less leveled than Fischl and has less investment than Fischl. Still though, it is kind of funny that Fischl does do more damage than him. Okay, well, that should be the last boss run I need to do, and that is the only boss run I have left. So looks like we're not doing Mona today. I mean, I can let my resin replenish a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to do... I think I need 4 runs in here, yeah. Because I only get 2 per run, we need 8, so I need to do 4 runs in there. But we can work on Fischl today, and Fischl is the main one I want to work on, so I am fine with that. But to ascend Fischl, we need more of these. Luckily, we can craft 3, so that's going to be fine. I need more of these, though, and more of these. So, let's go farm those. While we're at it, though, let's see if there's any other enemies I need to farm. We have plenty of hilly shell stuff for that. Trueno needs... we have a decent amount of those. Razor needs hilly shells. We can craft 21s. That should be fine. His weapon needs these, so I'll go farm those as well. Mona needs the whopper flowers, so I'll go farm some whopper flowers. And I believe we also need some of these, which is also a need for Trueno's weapon. So, we will go farm whopper flowers, we'll go farm Sisson mages, we'll go farm the whatever the hell the things are called, Bishop hatchlings, and also some hilly shells for the arrows. So this will most likely take quite a while. But let's go get all this farmed, and then also go farm the thingy, whatever the hell they're called, lampgrass? Yes, lampgrass for Fischl. Then we can get her ascended, hopefully level up a few more characters, or level up their weapons and talents. And we should be good, although I may not have enough more to do all of that, so we'll see what happens. But at the very least, we will get Fischl ascended once more. Okay, so we have done a bit of farming. I ended up actually getting 40 more resin, so I did a run of Mona's boss, but obviously I need to do quite a few more runs in here. Probably another 3. But we did do a bunch of farming for all sorts of different enemy drops, so while I can't do anything to Mona talents or her levels, never mind, also can't do anything to her weapon, because I need these, and they, are open today, but I just used up all my resin, so I can't do anything else with Mona. I do believe, though, again, we can't do any work talent or level-wise for Razor, but we can ascend his weapon all the way to level 60, I believe. No, we can go even further. We can go to level 70 with Razor's weapon. Okie dokes, there we go. That's as far as we can go at the moment, because I need AR 40 to continue. But that's Razor's weapon pretty much done. Trueno, we once again need a few of these, which, as I said, they are open, but I can't farm any of them. I also can't craft any. Now, I do believe I can do a little bit more work on her talents as well, but that is, once again, once I get her ascended, and I need a lot more of these stupid bosses to do that with. Which finally brings us to the main character I wanted to work on, which is Fischl. We can start by ascending her weapon, and getting that all leveled up to level 70, which once again is the max we can go for the time being, and also get Fischl herself ascended to her third last ascension, and leveled up to level 70. And again, that's as far as we can go for now, which does enable us to do a few things. One, we can put a few, never mind, we don't have enough of those. Okay, we can't put a few more levels into our talents, but we can finally unlock our very first Hexerei buff on the Hexerei Only account. It has taken us, what, this is episode 8, I think, so it's taken us like 8 episodes, but we can finally do the first Hexerei quest, so we are definitely going to go right ahead and start that. Get our first Hexerei buff, which I don't know if it'll actually work because we don't have any other Hexerei buffs activated. We have other Hexerei characters on the team, but they don't have their Hexerei buffs. So I don't know if they'll like work together properly and we'll actually get Fischl's Hexerei buff, but I guess we'll see. Now, while we're spamming through this quest, I figure now's probably a good time to mention that finally, after what, like 2 months or something of saying I'm going to do it, we are finally going to be rebranding the channel over to Saiber Trueno, probably next week, I'd say. I have just been waiting for my banner to finish, and the artist working on that has almost finished, so it'll probably be next week, and I will change everything over to Saiber Trueno, the name, banner, the channel description, all of that. Will fully change over to Saiber Trueno, which I am stoked about, because I can finally get rid of the Angus Plays Games name, which I have never really liked. I basically just chose it because it was a good placeholder name, or just a good name so I can start creating content rather than spending 3 decades trying to figure out a name for the channel. But now that I've created just a little bit of content, I don't like it and I want to change it. So I'm very stoked to be rebranding all over to Saiber Trueno probably next week. And I will put out a community post the day of or the day before or something to let everyone know that we are fully swapping over. But there we go, there is Fischl's Hexerei quest completed, meaning that we now have the first Hexerei buff on the Hexerei account. Now I want to actually double check if this is going to work without having any other Hexerei buffs activated. No, I don't think it will work because at the moment we only have one Hexerei character at the party. It's not saying there's a second Hexerei character, even though all 3 other characters are technically Hexerei characters, they have a Hexerei buff. But I think because they're not unlocked, their game doesn't count it. So I don't imagine this is going to do the Hexerei secret right stuff, which is sort of a shame. But I should be able to get Mona up to level 70 fairly soon. So that'll probably be the next video, but I am also going to spend a bit of time farming for Razor as well as Prune. And hopefully in the next video, we can get all 3 of them. I may not get Prune, although I might farm for her in the next video because that will be quite interesting to try to get all of these drops. But I'm definitely going to do all the farming I need for Mona and Razor over the next couple days, farming their boss drops, farming all of this stuff, as well as probably farming some talent books and Mora and ley lines, because the Mora is running a little bit thin and ley lines will probably also be a bit of an issue. Yeah, maybe not, but we shall see. I'll probably end up running Mora ley lines, but that is after I farmed the boss drops for these 2 and have enough talent books to hopefully bring everyone up to talent level, I think it's 5 now? No, 6. 6 is the highest I can go without getting the characters up to Ascension level 5. So I might try to farm enough books for level 6 on all the characters, but at the very least, between this video and the next video, I'm going to farm the bosses for these 2 and all the enemy drops for those 2 as well. And then maybe Prune, but we'll see. But with that being said, that is where I'm going to leave this video off. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you like this video, go check out the last time we did some building on this account, which probably was close to a month ago now at this point. And with that being said, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good. Bye.